Shalom, it's No Limit Eddie back with another video. You saw the thumbnail, you also saw the title. Okay, quick video for you guys. A lot of people are asking, like, why did I leave Egypt? Okay, and I think it's a fair question to ask. Now, I do think there are two camps of people who are asking this question. By the way, let's do this whole thing. My name is No Limit Eddie. I'm a 24-year-old American who lives abroad full time. Over the last 3 years, I kind of just documented my journey of living abroad to kind of show other people and hopefully, you know, make other people's transition out of America as easy as possible. All right. If that sounds cool to you, then subscribe to the channel. I've got a couple of videos from Tanzania, Turkey, Egypt, Thailand on this channel. Watch them. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, like, why did you leave Egypt? Why did you leave Egypt, right? And I think there's two camps of people who want to know this answer to the question. And there's one camp who are like, did something bad happen to you, right? When I first moved from Tanzania to Egypt, a lot of people said, you're not going to like Egypt, you're going to leave, there's going to be something bad is going to happen to you, they're going to be doing racist stuff to you, you're going to hate it. And it was interesting because I said, okay, well, we'll see, right? And as I got, you know, over to the country of Egypt, and I lived here for a few months, I'm like, yo, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but nothing has happened. And those same people were like, no, you haven't been here long enough, it's going to happen. And now we're like 2+ years in, and still nothing has happened. Right, and so I think there are some people who ask the question, "What happened in Egypt?" Like, yes, did it finally happen? To kind of confirm a bias in which they have, which is that Egypt is not a place for melanated individuals, right? So-called black people, and so I think that's one camp of people who are asking that question. I think the other camp of people are just people who are genuinely interested in, like, yo, like, why did you leave Egypt? Maybe more likely because they plan on coming to Egypt themselves, right? There's not very many content creators who make content around Egypt and living in Cairo or living, you know, in these different places. And so there's not very many touch points or gauge points about what is it actually like to live there. And so when people do find a creator that they like, a lot of times they want to meet them when they get to that country and things like that. I met a lot of you guys so far. If you guys, whoever is coming to Egypt, of course, feel free to send me an email and things like that. I don't mind linking up with people. Get some coffee, get some tea or whatever, right? Now, when it comes to both of those, right, let's ask, why did I really leave Egypt? Okay, the answer to this is pretty simple. Before going out to Thailand, I went to a city called Medinity, which is not where I normally live, right? And I spent about a month there. Okay, and the reason I did that was because I just been in the same city for so long. I wanted to see something different, try something different, and kind of just experience new sights. And so I went there, and then like I came back to the city that I'm in, that I live in normally, and then after that I went back out to Thailand. I stayed in Thailand for like 3 weeks. Thailand was an interesting place. I'll try to make a video hopefully about my experience and my thoughts around it, if I recommend it, if I would ever go back. But yeah, so then, you know, I went ahead and did a whole nother month outside. So I did basically like the last 2 months. I kind of haven't really been, I don't want to say home, but like where I kind of based at. And so the main reason for that is just wanted to do different things, wanted to see different things, right? Nothing has happened to me in Egypt. Egypt has been pretty good to me thus far. I don't really have a reason to want to leave Egypt, right? To like move out of Egypt. Cost of living is amazing. The people are amazing. The availability of things like let's say, for example, right? If there's something that I can't find in my city, I can just get on a bus for $12, take a Go bus. And I'm talking about, that's the VIP. I can take the VIP, the best quality Go bus for like $12, go down to New Cairo, get whatever I want to grab, get back on it and come down. Want to fly, I might spend $120 round trip, boom, boom, back and forth. But then you got to go through security and all that type of stuff, not worth it. And so, yeah, boom, 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 back and forth. So it's nothing that I really want that I cannot get. You know, and then plus people are like always flying in or flying out, and so that's pretty easy to deal with too. So yeah, overall, like I don't really have any reason to leave Egypt per se. And so yeah, nothing would happen to me in Egypt that caused me to want to leave. Will I ever be back? If you guys have been familiar with my channel, you guys know this was the first apartment that I rented in Egypt. I rented like 2 other ones since then. But when I left out to Thailand, I didn't have a place in Egypt. I just kind of said, why would I pay rent here if I'm going to be gone? But now that I'm back, I just came back to this original apartment here. So will I ever return to Egypt? That's another question. Clearly, I'm here again. I'm not a traveler, okay? I want you guys to understand that I'm not a traveler. Like, I'm not someone who just like a digital nomad who, I consider digital nomads people who go to a country for like a week, go to the next country for another week, next country. That's not my style, right? I'm somebody who moved out of America simply for a higher quality of life, right? And my whole thing was just find a place that gives me that quality of life that I desire, and Egypt has been that place, right? And when I first came out, I hoped it would be Tanzania. It wasn't Tanzania for me. It happened to be Egypt, right? And during this time of me living in Egypt, sure, I'm going to Thailand, I'm going to Turkey, and different things like that. But I plan on just staying in Egypt as a base, and then popping out here and there to different countries, right? You guys might see more travel, or not might, y'all willing, as long as I'm living, you guys will see more travel videos, Morocco, Gambia, Ghana, Greece, Belgium. These are places that I'm always kind of looking at. I'm kind of looking at going to. Croatia is another one. And just when the timing is right, when it makes sense, then I might pop out to go there as well, right? But I just take everything day by day, right? And so that kind of is my experience. Traveling is pretty stressful for me, so I don't really like to do it all that often. I like to kind of relax after I do a lot of traveling. And so if I've been going for the last 2 months, I need to chill for a minute because there's so many things you got to have on point. You don't know the new area. You don't know the language. You don't know who does robberies, and if you're gonna take your phone and snatch your phone when you're trying to do Google Maps. So you kind of got to get back into like a grimy mentality when you travel. That when you're in the airport, you got to make sure your bag is not get taken. It's a lot of like, I don't know how I grew up in a very bad area of LA, so it's just like a mindset you gotta have when you deal with certain things, and that's the mindset I'm always having to be in when I travel, and that's how I prevent things like that from happening to me. I've been traveling for 3 years, and all praise to the Most High, I've been blessed. You know what I mean, to not have anything like that happen to me, and so. It's just, I gotta always be in that mindset when I'm traveling, so I don't like to be in that mindset too much, right? And so yeah, with that being said, that is my experience with why I left Egypt. Will I ever come back to Egypt? What happened? Everything like that. Egypt has been great to me. I'm an African American man, and I've been enjoying it, right? Okay. So with that being said, see you guys in the next one. Y'all willing? Shalom.